me like dying my sleep, but I ain't.
Today.
Play Mahomes looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be taken down. Play for this offense. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Rolling to, able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Now here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away. On fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tershawn Wharton able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Oh, no, his first throw of the Super Bowl is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
In motion left, Hardman. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Safety Reed Blankenship. He got in there and stopped him for a loss on the play.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Pacheco powering forward, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Down the...
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mahomes now on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the...
And a loose football. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession.
And he loses the football a second time. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 18 yards for Kenneth Gainwell. And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense
tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, the return, Boston Scott. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. But first down, Hurts. He's going to air one out. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense is all over, continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Willie Gay. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, and run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. In motion left, Hardman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the
touchdown! Rashee Rice from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Able to get away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Gainwell is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 15. A minute 50 to play. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon.
Here comes second down at 5.
Mahomes.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Here comes second down. Mahomes to throw it. Open man right side is Rice.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
The
ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.